Hello students. Today we'll study about modulus and argument of a complex number. Suppose we have a complex number z equal to x plus iy. Now we have to plot this complex number on a complex plane. This whole plane is called a complex plane or Argand plane. This x-axis is called real axis. This y-axis is the imaginary axis. This is the real axis, that means real part of the complex number is plotted on this axis, while imaginary part of the complex number is plotted on this axis. Suppose we have to plot this z equal to x plus iy on this Argand plane. So the real part is x. This I have taken as x. Imaginary part is y. This is y. We draw a perpendicular from here, another perpendicular from here. They intersect at this point. So this point is the complex number z equal to x plus iy. This whole distance is x, and since this distance is y, that means this will also be y. This is y. Now we join origin to this point. This whole distance O to z, length of this distance, this is called modulus of this complex number z. This is denoted by mod z or r. This distance OZ is called modulus of complex number. It is denoted by mod z or r. Now if we apply Pythagoras theorem in this, we get r square equal to x square plus y square. So r will be under root x square plus y square. Now we know that r is mod z. So in place of this r we can write mod z. So mod z is under root x square plus y square. So this is the formula of modulus of a complex number. This is the formula of modulus of a complex number. Let us take an example. Suppose we have a complex number 3 plus 4i and we want to find the modulus of this. So mod of this will be under root x square plus y square. Let us see what is x. X is 3. So this is 3 square plus y square. What is y? Y is the coefficient of I. That means the imaginary part. 4. Y is 4. So this is 4 square. So mod z becomes under root 9 plus 16. That is under root 25. That is 5. So mod z is 5. So we have got the modulus of this complex number 3 plus 4i. Let us take one more example. Suppose we have a complex number 1 minus I and we want to find the modulus of this. Real part of this complex number is 1. Imaginary part is the coefficient of I, that is minus 1. Minus 1. So y is minus 1. Now mod of z under root x square plus y square. X is 1, so this becomes 1 square. Y is minus 1, so minus 1 square. So we have under root 1 plus 1, that is root 2. So mod z is root 2. In this way, we can find the modulus of a complex number. Got it? Now we come to the next topic, which is argument of a complex number. Now first of all, let us see what is the meaning of this argument. We know that this is called the real axis, x-axis, this is the real axis, this is the imaginary axis. This z is a complex number x plus iy. We have plotted this complex number on this plane, which is called the Argand plane. Length of this line OZ, this is called the modulus. Suppose this line makes an angle of theta with the real axis. This line is making an angle of theta with the real axis. This angle theta is called the argument. This angle which this line makes with the real axis, this is called argument of complex number. Now suppose we want to find the value of this theta. For this, I take this triangle and use tan theta. Tan theta is perpendicular upon base y upon x. Tan theta is y upon x. From here, value of theta will be, you take tan that side. If you take tan to RHS, it becomes tan inverse. So theta is tan inverse y upon x. This angle theta is called the argument. Theta is called the argument of complex number. Now let us take an example. Suppose we have a complex number 1 plus I. I compare this complex number to x plus iy to get the real part and the imaginary part. From here you can see that real part x is 1. Imaginary part y is the coefficient of I, that is 1. So we've got the values of x and y. Now we'll substitute these two values here and we'll try to find the value of theta. So tan theta is y upon x, y is 1, x is 1. Hence value of tan theta is 1. Hence theta becomes, you must be knowing that tan theta is equal to 1 at 45 degree, that you have studied in 10th class. So theta is 45 degree. Now degree is the unit of measuring angle. There is one more unit of measuring angle, that is radian. Degree and radian. These are the two units of measuring angle. Degree we know is expressed in this way. This is read as 30 degree. Radian. Radian is expressed in this form. This C. This represents radian. This is read as 2 pi radian. 2 pi radian. Now as you know that meter and centimeter are two units of measuring length, and there is a relation between the two. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. Similarly, hour and minute are the units of measuring time. There is a relation between the two. 1 hour equal to 60 minutes. Similarly, there is a relation between these two units of measuring angle. The relation between degree and radian is 180 degree equal to pi radian. This is the relation between the two. 180 degree equal to pi radian. Suppose we have 1 degree. Then let us find out the number of radians in it. 180 degree is pi radian. So 1 degree will be pi upon 180 radian. Now suppose if we have theta degree. In 1 degree, radian is pi by 180. So in theta degree, radian will be theta into pi by 180. Theta into pi by 180. Or you can write it as theta upon 180 into pi radian. So theta degree is theta by 180 into pi radian. Now we'll use this formula to convert this value 45 degree into radian. The value of theta which we got was 45 degree. Now I have to convert this 45 degree to radian. So in place of this theta, I will substitute 45. So this becomes 45 upon 180 into pi radian. 45, 4 is 180. So this is pi by 4 radian. Even if you don't write this c, but if the angle is in the form of pi, it is understood that it is in radians. So our final answer of the argument of this complex number 1 plus I is pi by 4. That is pi by 4 radians. Got it? Let us take another example. Suppose we have a complex number 1 minus I. Complex number is 1 minus I. And we want to find the argument of this. We compare it with x plus iy. X is 1, y is minus 1. So we've got the values of x and y. Now let us find tan theta. Tan theta we know is y upon x. So it is minus 1 upon 1, that is minus 1. So we have got the value of tan theta as minus 1. Now, in order to find the argument, we have to find the value of angle. That angle for which the value of tan theta is minus 1. That angle we have to find. But the problem here is that value of tan theta is negative. In 10th class you have studied that tan theta is equal to 1 at 45 degree. But tan theta is minus 1. That you have not studied. You don't know the angle for which the value of tan theta is minus 1. You know that tan theta is equal to root 3 at 60 degree. But for what value of angle tan theta is minus root 3, that you don't know. Now let us see how we can proceed in such cases. Now, when tan theta is minus 1, whenever tan theta is negative, in such cases, we'll find tan alpha. Tan alpha is what? Tan alpha is mod of tan theta, absolute value of tan theta. Now in place of this tan theta, I will substitute minus 1. So tan alpha is mod of minus 1. Now mod of minus 1 is plus 1. You know, mod of a negative value is positive. So we've got the value of tan alpha is 1. Tan alpha is 1. Now you can find the value of alpha. You know that tan alpha is 1 at 45 degree. So the value of alpha is 45 degree. But you have to convert it into radian. To convert it into radian, we know the formula theta upon 180 into pi. Cancel it. This becomes pi by 4. So the value of alpha is pi by 4 radian. So we've got the value of alpha. But you have not got our answer. We want to find the value of argument. In order to find the argument, in those cases where tan theta is negative, we need to use these 4 quadrants. This is the first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. These are the 4 quadrants. In first quadrant, argument is alpha. In second quadrant, argument is pi minus alpha. In third quadrant, argument is just multiply this by a minus sign. That means minus pi plus alpha. This is the argument in third quadrant. In fourth quadrant, argument is minus alpha. So these are the 4 values of arguments in 4 quadrants. Now, the value of alpha which we got was pi by 4. So we know the value of alpha. But we have to decide about the quadrant in which our complex number lies. That is decided by the values of x and y. you can see that value of x is positive and y is negative. Now you have to decide in which quadrant such numbers lie, where x coordinate is positive and y is negative. X positive and y negative. X positive and y negative, we know, lies in the fourth quadrant. So our complex number lies in the fourth quadrant, and the fourth quadrant argument is minus alpha. So argument of this complex number will be minus of alpha. And what was alpha? Pi by 4. Minus pi by 4. So argument is minus pi by 4. This is our answer. So what we have to do, I will just summarize. First, you will take the values of x and y from the complex number. After that, you will find tan theta. Then we apply this formula. Tan alpha is mod of tan theta. So mod of tan theta means mod of -1, that is +1. This will give you the value of alpha. So we've got the value of alpha, you convert it into radian. After that, we have to decide the quadrant in which our complex number lies. That will be decided by the signs of x and y. X is positive, y is negative. That means it is fourth quadrant. Our complex number lies in the fourth quadrant. You must be knowing that in first quadrant, x and y are both positive. In second quadrant, x is negative, y is positive. In third quadrant, both are negative. And in fourth quadrant, x is positive, y is negative. First one is value of x and the second one is the value of y. So in this case, x was positive and y was negative. That's why our complex number was lying in the fourth quadrant. Now in fourth quadrant, argument is minus alpha. The value of alpha we have already calculated. It is pi by 4. So argument becomes minus pi by 4. Argument is minus pi by 4. This is our final answer. Suppose we have a complex number minus root 3 plus I. Now I want to find its modulus as well as argument. First of all, let us find its modulus. Modulus z or r we know is under root x square plus y square. What is the value of x here? X is minus root 3. So this is minus root 3 square plus y square. What is the value of y? Value of y here is 1. 1 square. That means under root minus root 3 square is 3. 1 square is 1. So mod z is under root 3 plus 1. That is root 4. That is 2. So we've got the value of modulus. Now we want to find the argument. For that we'll use tan theta equal to y upon x. Value of y 1. Value of x minus root 3. So we've got the value of tan theta. 1 upon minus root 3, that is minus 1 upon root 3. So we've got tan theta, but it is coming negative. Whenever tan theta is negative, we have to find the value of tan alpha. Tan alpha. Tan alpha is mod of tan theta. Mod of minus 1 by root 3. Mod of minus 1 by root 3 is plus 1 by root 3. So we have got the value of tan alpha as 1 by root 3. Now you must be knowing that tan 30 degrees is 1 by root 3. So the value of alpha is 30 degree. Now we'll convert it into radian. For that we divide it by 180 and multiply by pi. So it is pi by 6. So the value of alpha is pi by 6 radian. So I've got the value of alpha. Now we have to decide about the quadrant. For that we have to see the values of x and y. X was minus root 3 and y was plus 1. So x negative and y positive. X negative and y positive. X negative, y positive. That means second quadrant. In second quadrant, x is negative and y is positive. So we know that complex number, our complex number lies in the second quadrant. And I've told you that in second quadrant argument is pi minus alpha. In first quadrant it is alpha. But in the second quadrant it is pi minus alpha. And we know the value of alpha, that is pi by 6. So argument will be pi minus alpha, that is pi minus pi by 6, that is 5 pi by 6. So we have got the value of argument and we already calculated the value of modulus. So we have got the values of both. Now suppose we want to find the argument of this complex number, minus 1 minus root 3i. We have to find the argument of this. Let us find the values of x and y first. X is minus 1, y is minus root 3. So we've got the values of x and y. Now let us find tan theta. Tan theta is y upon x. Y is minus root 3, x is minus 1. Minus minus cancel. Value of tan theta is root 3. So we are getting a positive value of tan theta, but the values of x and y are negative. X and y both are negative. That means our complex number is lying in the third quadrant. In third quadrant, x and y both are negative. So our complex number lies in the third quadrant. So even if value of tan theta is positive, but since x and y are negative, so we need to find tan alpha. Only if x and y both are positive, then there is no need to find the value of tan alpha. But even if x or y or both are negative, then you have to find the value of tan alpha. Tan alpha is mod of tan theta, mod of root 3, that is root 3. So we've got the value of tan alpha. This will give value of alpha as 60 degree. We know that tan alpha is equal to root 3, then alpha is 60 degree. Convert this into radian. 60 upon 180 into pi. So the value of alpha is pi by 3. So we've got the value of alpha. Now we know that our complex number lies in the third quadrant. And what is the value of argument in the third quadrant? That I have told you. In the second quadrant it is pi minus alpha, and in the third quadrant it is negative of this, minus pi plus alpha. So we have to use this formula, minus pi plus alpha. So the value of argument of this complex number will be minus pi plus alpha. That is minus pi plus, in place of alpha, I will substitute pi by 3. Take 3 as LCM. This is minus 3 pi plus pi. That is minus 2 pi by 3. So the argument of this complex number is minus 2 pi by 3. This is the answer. Now we come to the next topic. This is polar form of complex number. Polar form of complex number. Let us see what is the meaning of polar form. Suppose we have a complex number z equal to x plus iy. This is a complex number. Now its polar form is z equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta. This is the polar form of complex number x plus iy. Here r is the modulus and theta is the argument. Suppose we have a complex number z equal to 1 plus I, and we want to represent it in the polar form. We want to represent this complex number in the polar form. First of all, let us find x and y. X is 1, y is 1. From this we can calculate mod z, under root x square plus y square. So under root 1 square plus 1 square, under root 2. This is x, this is y, and we have got the value of modulus. Now we'll find tan theta. Tan theta is y upon x, so 1 upon 1. Tan theta is 1. From here we can find the value of theta. Theta is 45 degree. 45 degree, that is 45 upon 180 into pi, that is pi by 4 radian. So I've got the value of theta. Now since you can see that values of x and y are positive, so there is no need to find the quadrant in which the complex number lies. So whenever x and y are positive, there is no need to find the value of alpha and find the quadrants. Got it? So we have got the value of theta, and this value of theta is the argument. There is no need to find the value of alpha. So we've got the value of argument, we have got the value of modulus. Now we'll just substitute these values in place of r and theta. So the polar form of complex number is z equal to r is root 2 cos theta, theta is pi by 4, plus I sine theta, theta is pi by 4. So the complex number is z equal to root 2 cos pi by 4 plus I sine pi by 4. This is the complex number, this is the polar form of the complex number 1 plus I. Now let us take one more example. Suppose we have a complex number minus 1 upon 2 minus I upon 2. This is the complex number, and now I have to convert it into polar form. So first of all, we will find the values of x and y. X is minus 1 upon 2, y is minus 1 upon 2. Now let us find r, that is the modulus, under root x square plus y square. X is what? Minus half, square of that, 1 by 4. Y square, square of this, 1 by 4. So mod z is under root 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4, that is 2 by 4. You can cancel these two. So it is root of 1 by 2, that is 1 by root 2. So the value of mod z is 1 by root 2. Now we will find tan theta. Tan theta is y upon x. Y is minus half. X is minus half. So the value of tan theta is 1. But you can see that values of x and y are negative. So we need to find alpha, and we must find the quadrant in which our complex number lies. X and y both are negative. That means our complex number lies in the third quadrant. In third quadrant, we know that argument is minus pi plus alpha. In third quadrant, argument is minus pi plus alpha. So first of all, we have to find the value of alpha. Tan alpha is mod of tan theta. In place of tan theta, we will substitute 1. So tan alpha is mod of 1. So alpha is 45 degree. 45 degree, that is pi by 4 radian. So we got the value of alpha. Now argument in case of third quadrant is minus pi plus alpha. So minus pi plus alpha we know is pi by 4. So minus pi plus pi by 4. If we take 4 as LCM, this becomes minus 4 pi plus pi. That is minus 3 pi by 4. So the value of argument I've got, it is minus 3 pi by 4. We need to find the polar form of the complex number. Polar form of a complex number is this. We know the value of r, that is 1 by root 2, that we will substitute here. We know the value of argument minus 3 pi by 4, that we will substitute here. So the polar form of complex number becomes z equal to, in place of r, 1 by root 2 cos theta is the argument, that is minus 3 pi by 4 plus I sine minus 3 pi by 4. So this is the polar form of this complex number.